Jennifer with Anderson Coastal Group and Compass, and I'm here with our weekly update on COVID-19. I know that we've sent a lot of information to you over the past few weeks, but what I wanted to do this week was really combine what that means. So we have a couple guest speakers today. We've brought one of our home inspectors, stager, and photographer to tell a little bit about how their industry has changed and how all of their measures are in place, just like ours are, to help keep you safe and the real estate market moving forward. The main thing, all of us are required to be wearing gloves, face masks, booties, so when anyone is entering your home, it's kind of like they're not there because of those protective coverings. Another thing that we have seen in the last few weeks is actually there's been a pickup on buyer demand and sellers being interested in coming and selling. And I think some of that has been happening because of other states that are loosening up some of their shelter-in-place orders. And so now is a really good time, if you have been thinking about selling, to start to make those preparations. So the most important thing as a seller to be thinking about is really, how does your home show online? That has always been important, but now more than ever, it is crucial. So we want to make sure when you are getting ready to go to market that you've got the right staging in place, that you've got wonderful photos, you've got a great virtual tour, because whenever possible, they're wanting to have buyers be able to either decide on your home or eliminate it instead of coming out and having to see it in person. So we'll have Austin from Future Home Photography talk to you a little bit about all those great resources, drone footage, video on the inside, 3D Matterport, the ability to walk through. We're going to move into staging and the importance of that, since a lot of people can't come out and see the homes. It's just great to see how it lays out when it's photographed. And then lastly, we'll be talking a little bit about home inspections. And a lot of sellers will elect to let the buyer do that inspection, but now if we're really trying to minimize the number of times someone's coming into your home, it's great as a seller to have that inspection done up front, so they understand the home's condition and if there's anything that they have any questions or concerns about. So I'm going to let everyone take it from here and dive into it a little bit more, but know that we're all here as a resource. It's still a very good time to be coming to market. There's a lot of pent-up demand, and we can help you do it strategically, safely, and position you to go after the highest possible price. So, looking forward to seeing you next week.
Well, the adjustments we've made are to follow the coronavirus property entry declaration. And that is, we now wear PPE. We have on masks, gloves, and booties. Additionally, of course, we keep our distance from anybody who might be there, but generally, we have been performing inspections by ourselves with no one else inside the building. Beyond that, what we also have been doing is wiping down our ladders and tools. We're going to be using those on the next inspection, so that is something else we do.
I think we started to do a lot of things differently, and we believe we will continue to do so when shelter in place ends. One of the main things is, as long as it's required, we will follow all safety protocol, because we as a business at BlueGrape want to do our bit in protecting everybody as much as we can. Secondly, there are products which we were innovative enough to try. For instance, virtual consultations for occupied homes when the homeowner is living in the house. The virtual consultations worked out great, and we want to continue doing that as long as they are needed, because it's a great service. It's a do-it-yourself package. The homeowner can set up the home. So that's something we're going to continue even after shelter in place ends. My advice to homeowners to safely and strategically sell during quarantine is that keep in mind that you're protecting yourselves and any potential buyers. Always make sure the home is neat and clean so that they know that the house is safe. Yes, you can do your bit about sanitizing, wearing face coverings or masks, which will all help. Keep timeline between showings. And of course, everything is going virtual and remote, so try and do as much of that as possible. The second advice to strategically sell in a very, very fast changing real estate market is to present your house at its best. I cannot stress enough on that. It is important that the house shows as its best so that it competes well with other houses. You have the buyer's first impression and you sell at the best possible price.
This is my favorite question. I think sellers should feel very comfortable during this process to have an inspection done on their home. We are essentially not touching anything in their house. We're wearing gloves, masks, booties. The PPE we have on is as much protection for us so that we remain safe as it is to the homeowner. So again, if I were selling my house, I would have no qualms about a home inspector coming in wearing PPE and conducting an inspection.
Hi Jen, thanks for the question. There are many things that we can do during this time to keep homeowners safe and successfully sell. One of those tools and resources at our disposal is the 3D home tour, where we come into the home and scan with a 3D scanner, and it provides us a visual floor plan where the buyer can see how the home is laid out. Here you'll see the living room, sitting area, dining room, kitchen, hallway here with 2 bedrooms. There's 2 separate floors here, so you'll see the 3D tour sorry, I'm screen recording, so this thing is a bit more jerky than normal, but you can see how it isolates each floor so that the person can see exactly where the home connects and where the secondary floors are. I'm going to click on floor 1 here, and you can immerse yourself with the property. As you can see, with the dollhouse view, you can peer right into this property. Pretty useful tool, finding out how a home is laid out. And at any point in time, you can go into this property and move around. Another useful tool inside of here is this measurement feature. So on the right hand side here, we have a measurement button. As you can see, I've already measured this cabinet, but 8'7". Buyers can click the plus button and measure any area and find out how large things are. If they were looking to measure for bath curtains, or if they were looking for adding a separate refrigerator, they wouldn't have to enter the home again in order to have that detail. They would just be able to go on here and measure away. I'm going to click out of this just so you get the idea, and we can move along. I'm going to scroll to the next slide. Another useful tool that we have at our disposal is turning these 3D tours into video walkthroughs. So as you can see on this particular tour, the same property. For those that aren't able to move around and use the online portal, you can mark it with these videos and allow the buyer to get the experience with music as well as automation. The third tool we have is the video and aerial footage. This helps buyers connect the space to the surroundings, as well as get familiar or get excited about the property in a way that shows off the property in a highlight feature or in a highlight role. Just another tool we have to help homeowners sell during this time without having people having to tour the property. There's a lot of information we can give them outside of these, open house times, or the normal walkthrough, view a home kind of style. So Hope this helps, and stay safe.